Ravindra, very good
Yeah.
morning.
Hey,
I
good
hope
morning.
you're excited.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
audience
Yeah,
is
yeah.
eagerly waiting for your
Yeah.
wonderful keynote.
Yeah.
The stage is all yours.
As excited as I could get. Yeah.
Wonderful. Just make sure that you're sticking to the time limit
Yeah.
and we finish off in time.
Sure,
Thank
sure.
you.
Yeah, yeah. So it's 10:30. I don't have to worry about waking people up. I don't have to worry about keeping the energy of the session going. I believe all of you are already in the good energy zone. I've had 3 coffees, so I'm in good energy right now. Um, so let's get started, right? So all of you have seen, heard quite a bit about AI everywhere. We are talking about AI plus. What's AI plus, right? Something interesting, right? Something interesting to look forward to, and see how it goes, right? I'm all informals, but I will try to keep it as informal as it can get, so that there is a lot of information and starting thoughts that we can take back from here, right? I hope I'm audible. I hope there is no issues with um, again, the energy, right? So yeah, I think let's get started. We are talking about AI Plus today. I am Ravindra Mani, Director of Products at Nineleaps. Nineleaps is an AI, data, and product engineering company that's working with clients at global scale on all kinds of data and AI-related projects at scale. We have had quite a bit of success in this, and we would like to share some of our learnings and how we have used those learnings to arrive at some of the insights, right? Yeah, let's move ahead. Uh, you have you have met me and you have met Nineleaps, but have you met Erica, right? This is the first time I'm using Clicker, so I'm just being careful that the slide is up. Uh, so what's Erica, right? Erica is this chatbot by Bank of America, started 8 years back. And you look at the screens of Erica, you look at something interesting, right? There is, um, typically you will see bank balance information in your app or on your chatbot. But here it is not just giving you information, it's giving you insights from that application, right? Based on your information. And it is giving you tools to play around with your information to get more insights on what you can do with that balance and so on and so forth, right? Is it a successful use case? Uh, Probably you've seen a lot of such AI use cases, but is there some skepticism about whether AI works or doesn't work and all of that? So let's look at if it really works, right? So there are some numbers here. 2.5 billion interactions it has had over the last 8 years, and it has 20 million plus monthly active users and 50% reduction in number of calls to customer service desk. So there is an impact that is there for all of us to see. There is a successful AI use case for us to look forward to, right? So it's not, AI is not necessarily all about hype and all that. So they must be doing something really complicated to make this work, is what we would believe. But under the hood, from what we understand, there is no Gen AI, no Agentic AI. The last 1 year was all around, Gen AI. People are talking about Gen AI, Gen AI, and this year everybody is talking about Agentic AI, Agentic AI. And here we have a highly successful use case, doesn't even have Gen AI, doesn't even have Agentic AI. So, so how does it really all happen, right? Uh, let's take some of other use cases that we might be familiar with. Um, Probably a lot of you would have seen a chatbot, a customer chatbot that you would have implemented. Most of us would have looked at a video KYC solution. Most of us would have seen a bank statement analyzer. All kinds of AI use cases are being implemented as we speak. There is some success, some limited success. So there is some bit of indecisiveness that's happening around this. So how how did you get to something like this, right? So you will, when you get to something like this, you would start with some set of questions. Should I get a chatbot? Should I look at a bank statement analyzer? All these kinds of questions that, that might come to your mind when you start a project. Are these the right kind of questions to ask? Should we be looking at a question like this? Does it make sense? Should we look at a different set of questions? Again, more questions, right? So more questions, more confusion, and all of that. So probably there must be a better way to go to being an AI success story. So that's what we will look at today. So AI Plus is this framework that Nineleaps has delivered and built over 11 years of working with clients of various industries at various stages and various scales with a lot of discovery workshops that has given us this insightful framework to help clients to move from a stage where they might be feeling a bit stuck to being a real AI success story. So how does it all happen, right? There are two phases to it. Not really complicated, but two phases that you would that would really help all of us to relate to some of our problems and look at how the solution emerges out of it, right? So the first phase is all about asking the right questions. Okay. So again, there are some more questions that have come up. We are talking about something like how do I double the number of loans with a reduced number of turnaround time? How do I increase the number of or the number of points that I have on my NPS? So again, there are some questions. So which questions are the right questions to ask? And what is different about these set of questions from what are the other questions that we looked at the beginning? Right? All these questions have a business KPI aligned to it. So when we frame these questions, it's important to remember this, that having a business KPI aligned to the kind of questions we are asking is an important first step. And let's look at how to identify the right question among this right set of questions. That's also important, right? So there is always this importance that needs to be given to prioritizing. So, I mean, again, lots of data points and lot of text splattered all around, right? So what is this really? This is like a laundry list of processes that you could have your AI implementation done on. As you can see, this list can be endless, and this can again be quite overwhelming to begin with. So one of the ways that we help clients work on this is by looking at how do we classify them and how do we prioritize them among the classification. So looking at that, there could be various dimensions. We will walk you through with an example so that it becomes easy for us to understand. Let's plot all these processes along product diversity and customer segment diversity, and let's look at how it helps really in the classification. So here is the kind of slide that most managers would like to look at, right? It's a metrics, and you have plotting, and you have an ability to visually represent something. So what we had as a laundry list of processes, we have taken them and plotted them on a matrix that makes sense from a business standpoint, and looked at what is the most important one among that. So let's take a look at an example of customer underwriting, which seems to be very high on product diversity and customer segment diversity, and look at how do we ask the right question for that process. So among the questions that we had earlier, we are looking at how do we double the number of loans with a 30% reduction in turnaround time. So this is, we have now arrived at a question that really has a business KPI aligned to it. It has a high importance in terms of product and customer diversity, which means there is a high priority aligned to it and a business KPI aligned to it. That is our phase one of work, where we have asked the right question, we have made all the preparations. Now how do we go about it? Is this enough? Do we have a path to get there? I believe most of us would have some understanding of what is the path to get there? How do we go there? What are the processes we might need to do? What kind of projects we might have to take up? And all that, some kind of thought might be there. But it is still driven by a few constraints. All of us have time constraints, all of us have budget constraints, so we really have to look at not just going there, but look at the fastest path to get there. That's where our AI Plus framework comes into picture, which is it's a maturity framework that we have developed by looking at what kind of processes can be taken to fruition by looking at the right kind of framing to be done for the problem. So what is AI Plus maturity framework, right? So there is again another slide with a lot of text, but what I really want to talk about is most clients who are at AI pilot kind of a stage where there is a feeling of not being able to move much forward to being at an AI native stage where we can look at having a lot more AI kind of a success that can be there. So we will walk you through the process that we had and look at how the framework can help you there. So moving along quickly, some process like this is what you would have always seen, right? What all of us would have always seen, which is list of activities to be done in a customer underwriting kind of a process. And how does this look like at an AI pilot stage, where you have a lot of siloed pilots running? Most of us would have built an application where the DSA visit is there, and then there is an automated data entry that might be happening, banking statement analyzer that might be happening with something like a Perfios or a Yardley or something like that. We have a KYC automation that can be done. So the outcome of something like this is that you would be seeing some kind of TAT reduction, but it's not really at the overall process stage. Looking at an AI-enabled stage is where Nineleaps excels in, which is helping build clean data, helping set up data automation pipelines, helping processes which are already AI-enabled to become integration ready, and whatever is not running an AI process, embedding AI into those legs so that there is a smooth flow of application that's happening. Now looking at the outcome of something like this, which is you will have a TAT reduction at an overall process level, but again there is some significant improvement that needs to be done on top of this. That's where AI Plus stage comes into picture, which is again another area where Nineleaps excels in, which is to help make this entire process fluidic in nature. All these legs of the process talking to each other. You'll have something like a DSA having a customer, having a chatbot to answer their questions around the products and processes. You'll have form entry automated. The entire leg of the process, that when you see that, it looks like a one single system with having a feedback process in place, which makes it like a single system instead of having some siloed systems that are working independently and not really making sense. So something like this would give you a significant improvement on your TAT and also help us in increasing the number of dispersals to a certain extent by being able to introduce new products freely, handling exceptions more seamlessly. So there is a significant change that's happening from the previous stage to this stage. Now we have to arrive at something that's a thinking system, right? So that's where it's AI native kind of the stage where all the processes are not necessarily following a linear flow of information. Now systems are all talking to each other, talking to one another, and the information can be flowing from any stage to any other stage without having to be restricted by a linear flow of process. So something like this is where the DSA doesn't have to initiate a transaction by asking the customer if they want a loan or something. There is a system that's already monitoring the progress and helping the customer that the next quarter or next month you're going to run out of funds. You might need a working capital loan. Shall I get you this particular loan from this so-and-so bank and so on and so forth. So the process can start anywhere, or the customer documents already exist. Based on the documents, the system is recommending, saying what kind of product might apply to them, and so on and so forth. So there is a non-linear flow, which is what we would like to look at. When we look at going through all this process, So some of the things that the previous speakers also mentioned is to have a single source kind of a source of truth kind of a system where you have to have data quality even riding on the right kind of data infrastructure led by right data pipelines. Regulatory readiness is of course something that I don't have to emphasize on because most of us would understand something like that. Investing in data governance. AI testing framework is like the other previous speaker Amit mentioned about it. It's about having systems in place to ensure that probabilistic kind of an output is tested for and not a deterministic an app kind of a flow that is what we have been always running with. Focus on having an organization talent and culture. That's what we would look at. So to sum it all up, start with process classification, pilot with purpose, have a business KPI aligned with it, and have a data and governance that's running with it, and we can move from an AI pilot kind of a stage to an AI native stage. That's about us. We have a booth here. Any further questions or any thoughts about this, we'll be happy to discuss with you. We have our entire team here, happy to be part of these discussions. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ravindra. Can we please have a big round of applause for him? May I request you to kindly keep the mic with you, actually, and let's move down if that's fine.
Yeah, okay.
Firstly, how was the keynote session? Did you enjoy delivering your wonderful presentation?
Yeah.
Yes?
I did.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
You know, something that really stuck with me that you mentioned about was how do you ask the right questions?
Yeah.
So can we test the audiences and check if they know how to ask the right questions? No, you're not going to ask a question, don't worry. So what's going to happen, we're going to do a fun interaction.
Okay.
Here, I have a word. You're going to open up that word, okay? You will try to enact it to some extent. You can't speak at all. And we will see if the audiences can guess what that word is by asking you the right question. You can only say yes or no. That's about it, nothing else.
Okay.
Are we ready?
Yeah.
Are you ready to see
So I begin with words or acting?
No, you don't say anything.
Okay.
They ask the right questions. Let's see. You just see the word and you can do a bit of acting but no speaking.
Okay.
Are we ready for it?
Yeah.
That's your word.
Okay.
Okay? Audiences, so he knows what his word is. Your task is to ask the right question so that he will figure out what the word is, okay? You all can know what the word is. Are we ready for it?
Yeah.
You want to act, you can act, and then we'll open the floor to ask questions.
Yeah. I mean, if you can hold this.
Okay.
I can act it.
No speaking, okay?
Yeah.
Yes. Ask him a question. Yes. It's all about asking the right question. So what question would you like to ask him? He will respond in yes or no. He's already done his bit of acting.
Is it hot beverage?
No.
Okay?
Is it a chatbot dish?
Yeah. Kind of.
Okay, do you want to guess it?
I think it's pani puri.
Similar.
Yeah.
Pav bhaji.
Got it. Amazing. All right.
Yeah.
I'm going to whisper another word for you, okay? And this time you will just, okay, it's going to be a bit more simpler. Okay, let's do this.
Okay.
Did you guys hear it? Yes. You kept the mic too close. Okay, let me turn this around. Okay.
I'll act it out again.
Yeah. Let's see if it's easier. It's a bit hard, actually. Yeah. Okay. I understand what he's doing there. Let's move on here. Let's ask him the right kind of questions to see.
Is it singing a song?
I can say yes or no, or no. It's around that, but it's not that.
Earphone or headphone?
Again, around that, it's not the same.
Let me give a hint. It's actually a country.
Country.
I've already given you the hint. It's a country. So ask him some questions that can prompt you to the right answer. Yes, sir. Ask him the right questions.
Is it some island?
It's not an island.
Okay. Right question.
Is it Europe?
Yeah.
Ask him another question.
It's Europe.
No, Europe is the continent. It's the country. Does it get cold in that country?
Sorry?
Does it get cold in
does
that
get cold.
country?
Yeah, yeah.
Do people go to vacation there a lot?
Yeah.
That's asking right questions. You're prompting more closer. Prompt him faster.
No.
No, I already had said that. You all had already heard it. I
So
definitely changed it.
Just to give you a hint, the idea of showing music is not to say that it is related to music, but something about music. Like what comes to your mind when you talk about music? What kind of applications come to your mind? Yeah, Spotify.
Spotify?
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah, around that.
He's being smart and cheeky. I didn't kind of get that myself. All right, okay. Yes.
Ireland?
No,
No, we just mentioned it's a country. So which country is it? They're saying it's Spain.
no. Around the region. Same region again. Finland. Yeah, yeah.
Yes, I think we got the answer. Who said that? Somebody said Finland. That's absolutely correct. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Ravindra, you've been absolutely amazing. Thank you so much.